Hi, hello, how are you? It's not actually good morning. It's almost 4 o'clock. It's Tuesday the 23rd. I don't think I've updated you guys in like 2 weeks. So the last vlog would have been from the beginning of the month, and now it's the end of the month. I just have done no reading in the last 2 weeks. I had no interest in reading anything. So I just took a break. Wasn't trying to force myself to even read like a chapter a day, but I'm feeling much better now. I have had a really bad cold sore for the last 2 weeks also. You can see the remnants of it healing up. But I wanted to come on because I got some book mail, and I just wanted to share what I'm currently reading. So I did pick up The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hugo. Hardcastle. I keep saying Hardcastle because the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. But this is The 7 Deaths of... It's also hard to talk. The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It's the Moony book club pick that G hosts on her Patreon. So we are live streaming for this book this weekend. So I want to definitely get it read this week. I am on the 2nd chapter. I was listening to it at Starbucks the other day, but it was too windy and my hair was just going all over the place. Didn't have a hair tie, so I had to leave. But just the 1st chapter and this playlist that I found for it is so haunting. It was so good. So I'm definitely hoping I'm going to get some time this week to sit down, get cozy. It's super gloomy tonight, so I think that that is what I'm going to do and read some more of this. Bookmail wise, I did already open this and I filmed an unboxing video. I will link it down below. It's the Owl Crate exclusive edition for Bridge of Souls by Victoria Schwab. I am so excited for this. I read the first 2 books. They were great. Such fun, quick, and easy reads. And I cannot wait to read this. So I unboxed this today. I got this cool bookmark with it. It's a new character that's going to be in the book, I guess. And on the back it says, "We have found you and we will return you to the dark." So I'm hoping to get through Evelyn Hardcastle within the next couple of days and then hopefully be able to pick this up this weekend. Or no, I think that that's the order I'm going to go with. I do have 2 books on NetGalley to read, The Firekeeper's Daughter and Odin's Child. I just don't have any interest in reading those right now. I'm such a big mood reader, and for some reason these sort of like spooky gothic horror books are, I mean, Bridge of Souls is not a horror book, but it deals with a lot of ghosts and it's set in New Orleans and it's just a little bit more like spooky and haunting, and that's what I'm really feeling like. And because I was trying to push myself so hard to read The Firekeeper's Daughter, even though I had no interest in it, that just made me slump. So I'm gonna put those aside for now and hopefully be picking these 2 up this week. I'm so glad that I'm feeling so much better. I just need for this cold sore to go away, and hopefully the next couple of weeks will be good. So if I do any reading tonight, I will update you guys tomorrow. Hello, it is Sunday. I think the last time I updated you guys was Thursday, which is not great. I am heading out to have lunch with my cousin. It was his birthday like 2 days ago. So I'm gonna have lunch with him. He is basically my favorite person in the world, so I'm super excited to see him. It has been a while. I need to go to my mom's house first though. She has some stuff for me, and since I'm heading out that way, I figured I'd pick it up. And she also has a present for my cousin, so I gotta make sure I pick that up. I'm dressed, I'm in pants, I've got cute sandals on that I just bought, a little like bralette. I feel really good today for some reason. I didn't this morning. I had a bad dream that my boyfriend cheated on me, which is, I just hate having dreams like that, and it's so dumb because I do know that he loves me, so it's like my mind is trying to mess me up on purpose. Reading wise, I am 160 pages into The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It is super good. The live stream is today at 1. Normally it's at like 8 a.m. my time, but even G is behind, so she moved it to 1. I still don't think that I'll be able to finish it by then. It's about a half-hour drive to my cousin's house, and sorry, there's a guy doing push-ups. It's about a half-hour drive to my cousin's house and half-hour back. So I'm thinking that I can probably listen to it. I have been listening to it on 1.8 speed, but I don't think I can do that while I'm driving. I definitely need to do that when I'm following along with the book. So 1.5 speed, hopefully get a good chunk of it done. I pretty much watch the live streams late anyways because they're at 8 a.m. and I am not getting up on my day off before 9. So I will participate in it later, but I am hoping to finish it today. It is really good. The premise is that this man, Aiden, wakes up in a different body every single day because somebody is controlling him and he needs to figure out who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. So the first day he wakes up in Sebastian Bell's body, who is a doctor that is peddling his drugs to rich people for a good time. Then he wakes up as a butler who, I think he's only in his body for like an hour before he gets beaten to near death by another guest in the house. And then he wakes up in Donald Davies' body, who is this like skeevy little playboy that nobody really likes. Lord Ravencourt is the fourth one, and that's when he kind of finds a groove and he's like, okay, I can do this. I can figure out how she died, because figuring out how she died is the only way that he's going to get out of Blackheath. Something paranormal, supernatural, scientific is tying him to the house. He tries to escape at one point, gets into an automobile and just drives, and he's like, I should have hit the town by now, I should have hit the town by now, and nothing until the car runs out of gas, I'm assuming, and it stops right in front of the plague doctor, who is this mysterious man who seems to know all of what's going on but won't really tell Aiden anything. That is the guy's actual name. He doesn't remember anything from his life, but he is Aiden Bishop, and there are two other people there who are also trapped, and only one of them can figure out who killed Evelyn and tell the plague doctor and be released. So it's really good. It's interesting to see how he is in each body and him trying to figure out how much of what he's doing is himself and how much of it is the host bodies. And this new one that he's entered into, I can't remember what his name is violent. He is very violent, and it's kind of his first interaction with a host who can almost control him, and that's really scary for him because he doesn't know what he's going to do, and he could also waste an entire day, not find any clues, not find anything helpful, and waste a day, basically. He has 8 days. If he doesn't figure it out by the end of those, like, 8 days, 8 bodies, then it happens all over again, and he loses all of his memory. He loses every, like, single clue and thing that he had kind of, like, gathered during his first round. It's all just gonna disappear. So it's really, really good, and I definitely want to read more books like this. I'm not always super into, like, horror, thriller, mystery, but the fact that this is set in kind of like an old-timey place and everyone's all dressed up and there are servants and so, all that sorts of stuff, just makes it even more interesting. Like, the intrigue of that, like, of that time period is really good. So I'm hoping I will, hey, I just saw my friend Wayne. I'm hoping I will make more progress today. The end of the month isn't for a few days. If I can finish this today, then I definitely know that I can get through Bridge of Souls in a couple of days, and maybe read 4 books by the end of this month. But again, I'm not pushing myself. So I am going to go. I'm nearly at my mom's. I'm going to put my audiobook on, and I will talk to you guys later. Good morning. Happy Monday. I am continuing this vlog on from last week because there's only like 3 days left in the month. And I'm still in the middle of the same book. I am still reading The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I am about like 60 or 70% in. I just had a lot of stuff to do yesterday and didn't really get the chance to read as much as I thought that I was going to. Let me see. I am 250 pages of the way in. I'm on chapter 36 and there are 400 just over 450. So I have about 200 pages left to go. I use the app Bookly to track my progress, and it says I've got about 2.5 hours left. So I'm hoping I can finish tonight. It really just depends on how I'm feeling. But if I do, then that means I still might be able to finish Bridge of Souls this month. I don't know if I want to push myself with that one though. I just want to enjoy it. But the times when I read the first 2 books, I flew through them in like 2 days, a day and a half. And I know that that's what's going to happen with this one, but it might be the end of this like series. I believe that it is. So I just kind of want to enjoy the book. So far, I think we are in the 5th host body. Darby, Jonathan Darby, I am repulsed by him. He is gross. It just got revealed that he has, trigger warning, sexually assaulted multiple women. Forced himself upon women and raped them, and his mom has been using her money and sort of like title as leverage to get things to go away. And that's just unfortunate. It's awful. Honestly, it's awful. I was not expecting that. I would definitely say that that is a trigger warning for somebody if you are going to read this book. It doesn't go into detail. It just is mentioned, but it did make me queasy to learn about that. I think we are almost done with this day. Evelyn has died. She is sort of in the know. The first host that Aiden inhabits, Sebastian Bell, tells her towards like the middle of the day. So by the time she was like had an interaction with Darby, she knew what was going on and knew that he wasn't really the skeevy guy. I mean, Jonathan Darby is, but not currently. He's being inhabited by Aiden, so there's no need to really be afraid of him, although he is having trouble a little bit controlling the body. He goes into Evelyn's bedroom to try and like look for any clues and finds himself absent-mindedly like stroking one of her t-shirts, and that really grosses Aiden out, and he has to like leave the room, and he says pulling like a struggling Derby. I don't know if it's Derby or Darby. It's D-E-R-B-Y, but the way that the narrator pronounces it sometimes sounds like Derby, or Darby. It's Jonathan, that's his name. I am still really enjoying it. It is really good. I had to stop at like a really suspenseful part last night. I think that the next body I think the next host is going to be Gregory Gold, who beats a butler, and the butler just so happens to be Lord Hardcastle's Batman. So they were in like war together, and he ends up getting strung up. Gregory gets strung up by his hands in the like gatehouse and tortured by Lord Hardcastle as punishment for beating the butler. And Aiden has been warned not to get out of the carriage by Gregory Gold. I think that whoever was in the body just doesn't want to be tortured anymore and doesn't want Aiden to have to go through that. So we'll see what happens next. I'm hoping I'll finish it today. No pressure on myself though. I don't have a ton of videos to watch, so I might start listening to it later. I do have errands to run during lunch. I need to return some pants to Target. I bought the wrong size, but they're a straight leg jean anyways, and I want like the mom jeans, but I want them to be a little more tapered at the ankle, and I think I found a pair from Old Navy that I ordered, so I'm going to go pick those up and then return the jeans from Target. I did have a pair from Tilly's. They were boyfriend jeans though, so they were mid-rise, not a high-rise, and they don't fit anymore. They are so freaking tight. I think they're like a 0, and I am definitely not a 0 anymore. So hopefully those jeans will fit. And then I had something else to do, but I can't remember now. Oh, I have to go get chicken for dinner tonight. Ugh. Just a few errands to run. Hopefully I will make some progress with this book. The plan is to finish it today, but I feel like in every video I'm like, I'm gonna finish this today, and then I talk to you guys the next day and I'm like, I didn't finish. So we shall see. I'm going to get back to work and I will update you guys later. Good morning. It's Tuesday. I did it. I finished the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It is such a wild book from beginning to end, and every time I thought I knew who the killer was or what was going on, I was wrong throughout the entire book. And even when a killer is revealed, he's not the real killer, and this is spoiler filled, so if you haven't read the book or are in the middle of reading it, please skip ahead. Future me, remember to put the timestamp down here. Basically, the entire setting is a prison. Blackheath is a prison for people who this group of people, we never get really like any unveiling of who they are, puts people in this prison of sorts for rehabilitation instead of going to like a normal jail and just having them sit in cells for the rest of their lives. And Aiden, our main character, who is living in all of these host bodies, chose to go there because there is a woman there named Annabelle Calker who murdered his sister. And he wants revenge, and for some reason the higher up powers that are controlling this prison decide, yeah, we'll go ahead and let you in. Fine. And he inhabits 8 host bodies, each person a different day. He gets 8 days to figure out who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. And we get to the end, and we think it's her brother, who decides that he has to kill her. Instead of letting her fake a suicide, I'm like trying to figure out how to say all of this. Basically, like 19 years ago, one of her brothers was murdered. Turns out Evelyn did that. And on the 19-year anniversary, her parents have called everybody back, everybody that was there the day that it happened, to have a party. We don't know if it's to celebrate his life or what, but everybody that was there that day is there again. And somewhere towards the middle, we find out that Evelyn's parents are marrying her off to Cecil Ravencourt. Ravencourt? Yeah. Who has a lot of money and will give them a large dowry because everyone thinks that their father has been spending all of their money, but in reality he's making these really large payments to this man, Ted Stanwin, who has a dark secret on his wife, which is that she fathered a child with their like groundskeeper, Charlie Carver, who is the man that we all thought killed her son. Turns out it's not. Turns out all of the kids are hers. Michael, Evelyn, and Thomas all belong to Charlie Carver. None of the kids are actual Hardcastles. And the Evelyn that we thought was Evelyn isn't actually her. It's this girl Felicity that's like a con artist who Evelyn met in... They call her Evelyn in the book, actually. Who she met in Paris and decides, you're going to pretend to be me. You're going to fake commit suicide to get out of marrying Ravencourt. We're gonna kill my father so that my brother gets his inheritance, all of the money, and then I'm gonna get to go live peacefully in Paris by myself and nobody's gonna be the wiser. And it's just all this like cluster of madness. There are so many other people that get murdered, and in the end, when Aiden is talking to the plague doctor lets him and Anna free because Anna managed to solve who actually killed Evelyn Hardcastle, which was Felicity Maddox, the con artist that she hired, kills her, I think basically to keep pretending to be Evelyn so that she can have her life. The relationship between Aiden and Anna is a little bit wild too. He went to Blackheath. He went to Blackheath to find her and torture her, basically, to get revenge for the fact that Annabelle had killed his sister, but he comes to the conclusion that Annabelle Calker died. That is not the woman that he has been slowly falling in love with during his time at Blackheath, and he thinks that this Anna, the one that he knows, deserves to be let go. And it's just, I am even having a hard time now explaining the premise of the book. It was so good. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 stars, but it was really, really good. I was like enwrapped the entire time. And like I said, every time I was like, oh, okay, so it's this guy. Like, it's got to be this person. No, it was so wrong. And every day that you went through, you learned so many new things that it completely changed how I was seeing all of the characters. It was just so good. I have a dentist appointment now that I need to be leaving for. I hate dentist appointments. I didn't used to actually, but the last one that I had where I had to get my teeth cleaned, it was just so torturous. The sound, the pain on my teeth, everything made me cancel the appointment that I had in February, so I definitely need to stick to this one. So I definitely need to stick to this one. I need to get my teeth cleaned because I have a permanent retainer on my bottom teeth. It collects a lot of plaque, and I've been doing pretty good about flossing, but I can see where it's built up a little bit already. So I'm gonna go get my teeth cleaned. Hopefully gonna be starting Bridge of Souls today. Hopefully gonna be starting Bridge of Souls today. I'm off tomorrow. I am going to go have lunch with my cousin, but I'm thinking if I can start the book tonight and then power through it tomorrow and read 4 books. Not sure. We shall see. I am going to go now. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I'm off today for Cesar Chavez Day. I think that I've mentioned that. Originally my plan was to basically do nothing today, but when I saw my cousin on Sunday, we made plans to hang out this week. It was supposed to be on Thursday, and I was like, wait, I'm off Wednesday. Why wouldn't we just do it then? Because then we'll get to spend as much time together as we want, and not just like the hour that I have off for lunch. So he is supposed to be leaving around 12 to come meet me. We're going to have tacos. I have been craving them. I keep seeing all these like videos and posts on Instagram for people who are who have these like huge trays of tacos, and I'm like, where do you get them? I don't think there's anywhere around here that has them, but they look so good. Currently, I am going to go return some jeans that I got from Old Navy. I have been trying to find like mom jeans that have more of a tapered leg at the bottom, so that they're not exactly skinny jeans, they're more of a loose fit, like boyfriend jeans basically. I had some from Tilly's that I absolutely love. They don't fit anymore though, and I could just get boyfriend jeans from Tilly's or from other stores, but I want them to be a little more high-waisted. So I'm on the hunt. I did order a bunch of stuff from Shein last night. It was only like, I don't know, $65 for 4 t-shirts. They're like blouses though. I need like nice blouses for the summer. My only nice shirts are work shirts, and they're all like long sleeve. I just need like cute shirts for the summer that aren't just like t-shirts that I have from Target. But I know that Shein is kind of sketchy, so we'll see what I end up with. I ordered a pair of jeans from there that I think is what I'm looking for, and I'm going to go return these that I have now, and then I'm gonna go to Starbucks to read. I got to like around 40 pages last night of Bridge of Souls. I am very excited to be back in the world of Cassidy Blake. I just love Victoria Schwab in general, and her middle grade is really good. So the premise of the story is that Cassidy Blake's parents are paranormal hunters. They are ghost hunters. They're called the Inspectors. They have a TV show. They're traveling to different cities, and they bring Cassidy along with her because it's her summer break. And they've gone to Edinburgh and Paris so far. Now they are in New Orleans, which is a hub for the paranormal and the spiritual and supernatural. It has seen a lot of tragedy. A lot of the city has been like burned down and flooded, and there have been murders and just all of this crazy stuff. So there are bound to be a lot of spirits there. And the veil is bound to be very, very strong. The veil is the other side, literally the other side, where ghosts go. It's like this place that they end up if they have unfinished business. It's like a limbo sort of area. And Cassidy and Jacob are able to cross over into that area and occasionally help ghosts pass on. So we're in New Orleans, and I love anything that has to do with that city. I think it's just so rich and lively, and Cassidy mentions that she can hear a man singing and there's a trumpet playing and people laughing, and even at 10 a.m. New Orleans is alive. So I'm excited. I'm going to go drop these pants off and then go to Starbucks and read until my cousin comes to meet me. I definitely think I can finish this today. There's only 300 pages and the font is huge, so you definitely fly through really quickly. Hello, it is much later. I am back from lunch, back from just kind of like walking around and reading Bridge of Souls. It's really good. I honestly just love middle grade so much, and I am upset that I didn't kind of discover it sooner. I am 151 pages in, so I am halfway through. I think I can probably finish the book tonight, but again, not rushing myself. I had a really good time with my cousin. We had tacos for lunch. He had a bean rice and cheese burrito that I think he was done with in like less than a minute, and I just kept thinking about it throughout like our day. I'm laughing about how quickly he ate it. Afterwards we went to this little shop called Kith, and I got a cute blouse. I'm trying to buy more blouses. I think I mentioned that earlier. I currently only have like t-shirts and work clothes, and sometimes when I want to go to dinner and look cute, I'm like, I don't want to wear a work shirt, and a band t-shirt just doesn't cut it. So I should turn the TV down. So I bought a cute blouse, but I think I might be a little too... Marceline! I think I might be a little too endowed up top, or it might have just been the bra that I was wearing, so I need to try it with a different bra, but it is super cute. It's this like cropped peplum tank top that's a like sage green. I absolutely love that color, and I think it looks good on my skin tone. I'm super excited to wear it. I have been home for quite a while now, just reading and eating. My boyfriend is with one of his friends at a like bar, sports bar downstairs. I'm feeling really needy though, and I keep asking him, I'm like, are you guys coming home soon? Which I hate being that way, but it's just how it is sometimes. And I was like, if you bring me home french fries, that will make me feel so much better though, because he was like, are you feeling a little bit needy today? And I was like, yes. But I'm gonna keep reading and update you guys in a little bit. Hello, it's Thursday now. I look kind of like a hot mess, a little crazy today. It is so gross and gloomy outside for some reason. It's muggy and a little bit warm, and the weather outside just looks gross. But I came on today to tell you that I finished Bridge of Souls last night at like 9:30, and I was just too tired to grab my camera to update you guys. I think it was like a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoy V.E. Schwab's writing and this world of like ghost hunting and slipping into the veil and all of that. And Marceline is barking because somebody is moving stuff around in our back alley. I don't know who, but it's very loud and very annoying. Yeah, I think it was a 4 stars. That's still a really good rating for me. I really enjoyed it. It just didn't have like a 5-star feel. In this one, Cassidy is in New Orleans with her family, and she sees this figure, a man in like a black suit, but he's got a skeleton face and a like wide brimmed black hat. I don't have the bookmark in here anymore, so I can't show you. And she calls Laura, the friend that she made in Edinburgh, and I for some reason thought that these girls were closer to 16, and that's how I've been picturing them in my head. But we did get a moment in this book where Cassidy says that she's 12 years old, and that just changed my whole perspective on the book. And that really threw me, but I still kind of kept viewing them as older. It's just the way that they're written, and I guess the dangerous things that they're doing that just make me think that they're older. But she calls Laura and tells her, hey, I saw this guy, and like describes what he looks like and the voice, and they did a seance, and it's supposed to be like a fake seance, and the guy actually does get possessed by this mystery man that Cassidy keeps seeing, and Laura tells her that is an emissary of death. And Laura ends up coming to New Orleans. She has issues with her parents. They fly off to do all sorts of things, so she decides they never really know where I am anyways, so I'm going to New Orleans. And she meets up with Cassidy, and they hunt down the Society of the Black Cat, which Laura's grandfather used to be a part of, or great uncle or something like that. And they tell the society what's happening to them, and they tell her, you're being hunted by an emissary of death. He is trying to put balance to the world because Cassidy should have died. Laura should have too. So she does get into a little bit of trouble, and this emissary of death feels like they've been cheated. They've been stolen from because Cassidy should have died. They should have gotten her life, and yet she is still living. So it's hunting her to take her back into the darkness to the other side. And it was just really, really interesting, and such a quick read. I mean, the words are spaced out and they're so big. So it's like one page of this is really like half a page of like a YA or a regular book that I would be reading. So I would say total this book took me like 4 hours to read, which is good. So I managed to read 4 books for March. I think I'm going to end this vlog here just because I don't think I'm going to do any reading for the rest of the week. I'm just going to give myself a break, catch up on some like knitting that I've been putting off for the last few days, and just relax. So that's 4 books. I'm super proud of myself. I think I'm still like 3 books behind or 2 books behind on the Goodreads challenge, but I tried not to stress about that too much. I am working today. I'm working tomorrow. So I have to give back. I've got stuff to do. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how your reading went for March, what you're planning on reading for April, and how you're doing, because that's the thing we're doing now. We're checking in and making sure that we are all doing okay. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.